Good morning, welcome to GrainTV. It's June 29, 2012, the morning of the big planted acreage and quarterly grain stocks report. Let's waste no more time, jump into the numbers, see what we're looking at here this morning. 96.41 million acres of corn projected out of this year's crop. That was higher than analysts' expectations. That should weigh on that East corn contract a little bit here this morning. 76.08 million acres of soybeans and 56 million acres of wheat. Let's hop over here to quarterly grain stocks. As you can see here, really the only bullish surprise out of this report was that corn figure coming in at 3.15 billion bushels there, but that was still within trade expectations. A little bit lower than the average trade guess, but not by a large margin there, not a huge figure. As you can see here, soybeans, 667 million acres there. That was actually out of the high end of analyst expectations, so that should be weighing on the soybean complex a little bit. 743 million bushels of wheat here reported in quarterly grain stocks for all wheat positions. If we hop over to the Fire Tip platform and see how the market's trading this morning, it is up across the board right now in the grain complex. We're looking at corn up 17.5 on July, up 17 on new crop. Soybeans actually now the leader to the upside, trading up 26.5. Kind of interesting in light of a acreage figure that was higher than the average trade guess and a quarterly grain stocks figure that was higher than the average trade guess. It really seems like at this point right now the trade is very concerned about weather, especially as we enter the pollination phase of this corn crop. Kind of helping out the grains in general, though, is a dollar index, which is trading lower quite sharply here in the early going. You can see here that the dollar index for September deliveries trading down over a point here, so that's a big move on the dollar index, down to 81.64. That's on some that's on some news on the heels of some information out of Germany in the overnight session here. So it's going to be interesting to see how the trade pans out today. Not a huge trade here on the open. One thing to keep in mind, if you're a producer out there trading July futures, it is first notice. That means that for July corn, soybeans, and wheat, there's going to be no price limitations on those contracts. So it doesn't look like a situation where we'd be going over a 40-cent move here, certainly in the early going. But that's a good thing to keep in mind here as we move forward. I think that kind of wraps up our show here for this morning on June 29th. Thanks a lot for joining us on GrainTV. Have a great rest of your day.